In today's video, we're checking out the buffs and nerfs of COD Mobile Season 11. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into the buffs and nerfs. Today's shout out goes to Novan Gaming. I'm not sure if I said that right or not, but hey ho. Obviously go support their channel. They have about 6,000 subscribers, I believe. They do both shorts and long-form content. Make sure to like and subscribe and watch their videos. They'll be on the screen, of course, and down below in the description. Now let's get into the the patch notes even, sorry. Okay, so we're going to start with the multiplayer buffs and nerfs. We're going to do two parts this video. We're going to be doing the multiplayer and the normal and the BR ones. So let's start with the multiplayer. So for the BK57, it got improved range bonus from 30 to the range bar got improved range bonus from 20% to 35%, and I got decreased ADS penalty from 17 to 14%. And then the 7.262 ammunition, it got increased damage profile from 27 to 22 and 27 to 22 to 29 to 24. I'm guessing that's the first one. So it's only an increase of 2 for each of them. But still, I'm not sure how influential that will be. It might put it so it's a slightly more viable, probably not the meta. Then we have the HBR with the Thunderbolt Sling, getting a removed BSA penalty and add a 10% hit flinch reduction, and add a 6% raise time reduction. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, no one ever used the Thunderbolt Sling for the HBR, so maybe more people will start using that attachment when they use the HBR, but that won't make the HBR necessarily really good again. So we have, for the ASVAR, improved range profile. For only the first range, 1.5, and extended mag improved capacity from 10 to plus 10 to plus 15. Okay, so the extended mag is actually really useful and actually quite needed because it's a fast firing gun. So, but I don't think the range of improvement will do much, to be honest. The Peacekeeper improved range by 0.5 in the first distance and 2 in the second distance. Again, not entirely sure that would do much because the Peacekeeper got nerfed quite heavily, but hey ho. And then for the DLQ, we got improved headshot multiplier from 2.3 to 4. So that one, obviously, the DLQ is mostly as a headshot multiplier anyway, and always in multiplayer. But this will affect, I'm guessing, Battle Royale more, because I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get one headshot and one headshot now in Battle Royale, which is another sniper with one headshot. HG40 should decrease the recoil. I didn't even realise that HG40 had bad recoil to start with, so I'm guessing that's going to be a pretty insignificant buff in my opinion. And then so the UL736 is improved ADS time from 380 milliseconds to 330, improved sprint to fire delay from 180 to 170 milliseconds, and decreased ADS bullet spread from 2410 to 2110. I don't know what that means, but this is probably running on the bigger buffs because it has the ADS, but the ADS bullet spread was already pretty bad compared to other LMGs on the UL736. So yeah, it might actually make it one of the more viable and maybe even slightly meta LMG. It looks like we're heading more towards a LMG meta at the moment. Increase the range profile by 2 in the first range and 1 in the second range. That won't do much to the Mach 10. Decrease the damage profile, but that's a BR only one. That one, I don't think that will do much. Maybe it might have more effect in BR than multiplayer, but in for multiplayer it won't do much, I don't think. The AGR, that's a decent amount of buffs for the AGR. That's improved penetration, improved range profile by 2 on the first range, and then for the 60-R 5.56 mag, I think that is, increased the ADS penalty, decrease the ADS penalty from 18% to 12%, and then the extended mag gets improved capacity. Okay, so we could see that the AGR become one of the more underrated guns next season, possibly. I'll have to give that a go because it's not too bad this season at all. But yes, we have to give that a go. So then we get the Razorback, which we've improved movement speed from 4.8 meters a second to 4.92 meters a second. Not too much. There's 4.88, so yeah, it's not too much. Probably won't do much to be fair. Improved AGS speed from 225 to 210 milliseconds, and improved AGS movement speed from 3.66 meters per second to 3.79 meters a second. Okay, so we have a bit more mobility for the Razorback, but other than that, it probably would have needed the damage buff to become meta, so this won't do much again. Improved range by 2 in the second range, I think that's all it is, and improved that's movement damage, and then improved the range by 1 in the first and second range. That probably won't do much. Might make it slightly more viable, probably a better beam at range if anything, because of the low non-existent recoil on the PDW. But other than that, the PDW still has pretty bad damage already, and so we need quite a big buster damage to make it mess right, I think. So for the GKS, you improved the damage from by 3 in the second range. No. Improved range from it is 3 in the second range, and then that's damage, and then decrease the range by quite a significant amount, to be fair. So it goes up in the first range and then down in the second range by 4. So this will make the GKS more of a close range, high damage, low fire rate gun, kind of like the PK Bison is right now. So that could be an interesting one to try next season. And then there is a second page to this. So the Fennec, damn, that's a lot of buffs, although one of them is BR only. So improved range profile from 12, so 1, and then it gets a 1 buff for a 1 increase for the first 2. For the first 2, ranges, and it will so that probably, as you might fair, the Fennec doesn't have much increase, much range, so that will definitely help it. So we have increased head multipliers by 0.2 times, increased chest multiplier by 0.1 times, and improved upper and lower arm multipliers from 1.8 times to 1 times. So damn, that's actually gonna make the Fennec shred at close range, man. Okay, so yeah, because if you're an aggressive player, it could be an aggressive Echo meta. No, not Echo, a Fennec meta. Echo, so for the Echo and the Striker, you get improved slug rounds. They go up to from 54 to 80, and then from 47 to 77, from 30 to 60, and from 28 to 58, so that's a guaranteed one shot at pretty much all ranges with the Echo. So damn, that's impressive. And then, of course, for the Striker, it's improved from 53 to 83, 46 to 76, 29 to 59, and then 25 to 45. So not a two-shot kill at all ranges, but you should be able to hit a pretty consistent two-shot kill with that. And then improved reload speed. And we are getting the signature attachment, which I will probably go through in the leaks video, which is coming out. Maybe it's either already come out before this one, or it's coming out just after this one. We have a crossbow with improved bolt speed and improved bolt speed. This is what multiplayer only is 12 meters per second to 150 meters per second, and in battle royale / zombies it's 120 meters per second to 200 meters per second, and improve the damage from 100 to 80 to 100. I think that means it's going to be a one shot, but the crossbow is so difficult to use that no one's really going to use it, I don't think. And then the killable action is decreased AGS time and improved reload speed. That will help, I guess. The AGS time is actually a nice buff, but what they really need to do to make the Kilowatt meta, I saw we'll probably will enjoy using it, but to make it meta, they'd have to make it increase the damage of it a bit. I think VTOL improved durability from 701 to 900. I barely ever see VTOLs anywhere, honestly. There's propaganda that's always been used. So yeah, not too. Maybe it will make it. Maybe it will be more significant. People might start using the VTOL, but from my perspective, not the best. Not the best buff, not the most significant buff. And the swarm cost has been increased again. I believe it was already increased, which is very useful because I run swarms so much and it's really annoying. They're all really annoying, so it's good that they're getting a buff, although that might, not buff, a nerf, but might not be enough. We'll have to see. More like of Top Clown, but nerf was obviously needed. A decrease from 8 seconds to 7 seconds. Maybe I might have liked to see it decrease it more, but that is still decent enough that it will it'll be fine. Probably won't be used as much. Then we have the shock. I see decrease the maximum affected people from 2 to 1. The amount of times I've seen people get 2 people instead of 1 person is very, very minimal. But it's nice to know that it's nice. I guess it's a nice nerf for those 1 in a million chances that you have, 1 in 1,000 chance that you have of getting 2 people. Then for the EMP nade, decreased delay from 2.5 to 1.5 seconds. I'm guessing that might be the throwing delay. I don't know. Decreased maximum duration effect on the user by from 2 to 3 seconds. Decreased maximum duration effect on the user from 2 to 1 second minimum. To also that decreases, so if you hit yourself, it decreases how long you get, how long it affects you, and then they've increased the maximum that will affect the person you throw at from 6 to 4, decrease even from 6 to 4 and from 3 to 2, so that it will also affect the player, the enemy player, a lot less as well. So now let's get into some of the battle royale buffs and nerfs. Okay, so here we are, the first page of the Battle Royale buffs and nerfs. So we have the PKM. There might not be another, we'll have to see, but there might be another one. So we have the PKM, it has the vertical recoil decrease. I think that's actually needed, yeah, to be fair. So the PKMs might be a beam. The SI6 range got increased from 12 to 15 to 25. Headshot multiplier got increased from 1 to 1.5. Chest and arm and stun multipliers got increased from 1 to 1.1. That might make the S36 meta battle royale. Actually, we'll have to test that out. But that's a pretty significant buff for the S36. That's we have the refitter. So certain vehicles have a lower chance of some vehicles have a lower durability in exchange for higher mobility or fire when combined with it. There is no weak points and hard to counteract. We nerfed refitter's passive effect of increasing the maximum HP of a vehicle, making it within an acceptable range. So the maximum HP of a vehicle has been, the maximum HP increase for a vehicle has been decreased from 20% to 35% to 20% and 20%, and the recharge speed increased from 45 seconds to /36 seconds to 36 seconds / 30 seconds. Okay, so a bit of a win-lose for the refitter class there. I would say probably I don't really play Battle Royale much. I'm guessing that was needed. But it's I guess in exchange for the nerf to vehicle HP, you get the better recharge time. I would say that's necessary. That's a decent buff and nerf that it kind of equals and stuff. Probably, I reckon. So then rewind class always creates unexpected movement. The current performance is slightly above our expectation. We aren't prepared for adding the length of animation for unleashing the skill. That will make the class worse, but but we will decrease the usage rate to have a decent level of power. So recharge speed has been decreased with rewind. I'm guessing that's not too significant. I don't know how many. I mean how many times they're using it at a time, I guess. So yeah, hopefully that shouldn't be too significant. The igniter class, the igniter can constantly turn on and off, but the duration of a single iteration is not enough to cover the time to fight this fight. The speed boost is also not enough. The adjustment will be focused on fuel consumption rate, making sure that it has good sustainability as a combat PAL. So an initial consumption rate is minus 50%, consumption rate is minus 30%, and speed boost is from 15 to 20%. So that's probably quite a significant buff to the igniter. I'm guessing they're also fixing some bugs or something like that. So that's a pretty significant buff, I would say. Obviously, the igniter might be it's probably more viable now. Trickster's overly long inactive period makes it unusable in current state of the game. We will adjust it to the recharge speed for it and to really be the Trickster. Charge speed from 1 to 2 and recharge amount from 1 to 2, and charge amount from 1 to 2, recharge speed from 40 to 36. 30. Okay, so that's a significant buff, I would say, to the Trickster. So obviously Trickster might be more viable now. Okay, there might be a second page. I'll have a look. Okay, no, that's it for the Buffs and Nerfs. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys probably in the leaks and sneak peeks. So bye.